So here we are in some sort of secret. Here's Jun! Look at him, he's back! Back from the original Resco. He's a regular man now. But he's recounting the history of the Jovians. And General Kusakabe, leader of the old Jovian Federation, preached relentless opposition to Earth until a faction of moderate officers ousted him after finding out the guy ordered the assassination of Tsukumo Shirotori. And Genpachiro Akiyama, this guy here, was part of that faction's leadership, and he gets nostalgic over hearing this history lesson. And he remembers their old motto of "Fervor is not blind obedience," and Prospect says that was quite the impactful line. And then after Kusakabe was ousted, he went into hiding until recently, and Genpachiro apologises on behalf of his fellow Jovians. But Admiral Misumaru isn't angry, and regardless. Their descent by Ruri shows that Kusakabe has quite a few supporters in his crew, including, but not limited to, soldiers, politicians and scientists involved in the Hisago plan. I don't think it's just an I don't think it has any meaning, to be honest. But Misumaru dryly notes that it appears that all the work the Federation did for the Hisago plan was for Kusakabe's own benefit. And Jun just like, yeah, that's how it all turned out. And furthermore, according to Rory's intel, the main advocate of the plan itself was the Crimson Group. And they're anti-Nurgle, and they've been working with Kusakabe since the Jovian War. They ordered the Nesco Bee to look into this Saga plan or to find out more about this, but of course now they know that even the folks in charge of the plan were involved. Not so good. And Prospect laments that had Azuma been a bit more cooperative, then this all could have been nipped in the bud. Jin says that the Martian sexes have been taking over all the terminal colonies and securing Martian airspace. Their main force returned from Amaterasu with the Boson Jump Corps and have set up shop at the Hisago Plan's central point, Iwato, the ruins at the Martian polar cap. Prospector says that means that the Boson Jump Unit has returned home. Everything's looking pretty bad. Mizumura asked about Little Balm, which had also moved over Mars, and Jun says that it's already, he thinks that it's probably already in the Martian successor's control. And any escapees, and he's not hopeful. But it's clear to Genpachiro and Prospector that the successor's first objective has been to take over all forms of warp-based transportation. And Little Balm is the warp drive, but thankfully it was broken in the Balm War. And Erika, the Balmian leader, never had it fixed, for fear it'd be misused. So, silver lining. And then talking about the disappearance of various A-class jumpers, Prospector is certain the successors are behind them in order to secure their monopoly of boson jump bullshit. And that means they were behind not only Yoriko and Akito's accident, but also the Inez plane crash. And Prospector thinks so. And that means we've got no A-class jumpers on our side. Plus, with the control unit under their control, we can't boson jump. Genpachiro isn't surprised at this though, and Kusakabe always preached the danger and importance of boson jumps. And Jun says it's small comfort, really, to those on the receiving end. And Genpachiro's like, well, yeah, of course, dude, calm down. Mizumura asks Genpachiro what sort of man Kusakabe is, because he used to be one of his top officers. And Genpachiro describes him as a passionate lover of justice, a man who would die for his ideals. And his biggest flaw is the firm belief that his own ideals are the ideals that everybody else should have. He's sure that Kusakabe's next move would use boson jumps to take over Federation facilities in one fell swoop. And Jun wants a top-level alert issued immediately. Prospector tells him to calm down just a little bit. Kusakabe hardly has full control over the system right now, right? He just has it. He doesn't control it properly. And Jun demands how he could possibly know that. And Mizumura says, well, if they did, then we would already be dead. But of course, it's just a matter of time, and Prospector figures that the successors have allied themselves with the Giganos to keep the world busy while they sort things out. And once that's done, if they manage to repair Little Balm's warp drive, then ooh, that's bad. Mizumaro asks what are the chances they use the Little Balm for military purposes, and Genpachiro, he thinks it's unlikely because the place was completely disarmed after the war ended, and many of the Jovians were touched by Admiral Ricketer's heroic death. And Kusakabe wouldn't slaughter the Barmians because they're extremely anime. But it'll likely hold Erika hostage to force her people to repair the warp drive. Jin asks how we'll react to that, and Genpachiro said, wait and see. Jin doesn't like it, but the Prospector agrees that the successors are going to need time, and they'll also need to contend with the Vegans and the Golfer. But it's not like we're not doing anything. And in this situation, where friends and foes aren't yet clearly defined, we'll do guerrilla tactics to disrupt the successes as much as we can. Jun wants to see the full might of the Federation brought together, and Genpachiro is like, I know how you feel, dude, but the army's got too much on their plate. You know, what with the Giganos, the Golfer, the Mu, the 100 Demons, the Tekoryu, the Vegans, and Angels. And Jun continues to frown, and Genpachiro says that a former Desco crewman isn't in a good position to criticise the use of guerrilla tactics. Isn't that how they ended the Jovian War? And Jun makes a face, and he's like, anyway, he's got something planned anyway. But he needs the Desco and then Halagama to buy some time before it's done. Meanwhile, at the Giganos headquarters, here's Dan coming in talking to Mayo, and yeah, it says that Desco B is headed for Earth to join up with the Halagama, and there's word that Kane and friends have their new Dragonards, and the Dragoons have begun mass production. Obviously, the Gon Gem squad fucking sucked and couldn't take them down, so Dan says that this means they, the practice squad, are the ones who must make it happen. Carl asks that Mayo give him the order to leave, so they can sink the Desco and cut our team's forces in halves. And Mayo's considering it when Albero walks in and asks to take that mission. Mayo's surprised to see Albero Este here in space, and they talk about the Crywolves stuff before. And Albero says again that he's working with the Giganos to gather data for the Medius and all that jazz. And he says that he'll be headed to Earth shortly to join up with the Gon Gem squad, but before that he's got a little souvenir he'd like to pick up. And Verna figures that kind of selfish reason has nothing to do with them, but Mayo gives him the go-ahead. And then Albero with that says he'll handle external enemies, and tells Mayo to worry about his internal problems. And then he leaves. And everyone's like, whoa, is he talking about Dorchinov? And Mayo's like, if an outsider can read this much, then Dorchinov must be very close to rocking the entire boat. Something must be done. Which makes sense, right? Meanwhile, back at the Desco, about ready for atmospheric re-entry, when... alarms. Harry pings an ongoing battle nearby, and one of the parties is the Giganos, but he doesn't know who the other party is. It's not broadcasted in IFF code, so Vega says maybe it's not friendly, maybe? Like, is it the Golfer? And she said no, if it was, Gear would have got in touch. Dominus is Vegans? Like, maybe, but at this range, won't be able to reach us in time. So Uri agrees and wants us to continue our descent, but Amuro, just to be safe because he's a good boy, wants to check out the satellite videos of the fight. So Harry brings them up, and Domon, and Rain, it's... And now, Chapter 18, Fugitives from Mars. And here's Kazuya Ryuzaki, pilot of Deimos, and he's in a rather sticky situation. And the other lady is Nana. And they were hiding their IFF codes hoping to like slip by hostiles, but they're surrounded. This sucks. And Nana's very worried, but Kiyoshiro, the man with the afro, tells her to calm down because Earth's right there. And yeah, their ship just got totaled, but they can't give up. They have to make landfall and report what they know. And Kazuya absolutely agrees, and he's unwilling to die until he's found Captain Bright and then a Helagama. Albero doesn't know why he's really helping chase some random super robot when the Nesco's their target, but LD says it's very important, because the Deimos' power source should make a valuable sample for AI-1, and she'd like to have it if at all possible. And this time it's the same conversation as last time, but LD's seen footage from the end of the Barm War, where Deimos unleashed all of his Daimo light, and the mech itself became energy for a moment, and that would be good to help AI-1 grow. Ultimately, in the end, Albero agrees, and he tells the Gavais to wear it down, whereupon the Danes will capture it. Kiyoshiro spots these guys coming for the kill, and Kazuya tells him to make a run for it. He'll hold the line while they head to Earth. And Nana doesn't like it, but Kazuya tells her to remember what they actually came here for. And she's still against it. And she asks if Kazuya wants to throw his life away. And he thinks, and he's like, hell no! He's survived all the stuff up to this point, right? He's going to rejoin them, and together we'll get back to Erica. And Kiyoshiro is willing to believe in him, and he tells Nana to consider what's going on with Kazuya during all this. And racked by heartache, he fled from Mars and made a beeline to Earth, all so he could save not just Erica, but the entire Earth sphere, just as he did in the Barm War. And Nana gets the picture, and that means they need to survive this and fulfill their mission. And Kiyoshiro points to the exit spot they gotta get to. And away they go. They gotta get over there. Nana tells Kazuya to promise not to die, brother, and he's like, of course I won't die, don't be silly. And then, alright, troops, open fire. Come on then! I, Kazuya Ryuzaki, will not bend my knee to your kind! And now it's Daimos, who's fucking rad. He's big, he does a shit ton of damage, all of his moves are really good, and his main problem is that he runs out of energy. But that will be solved. Don't worry about it. Where are we? We're just above the earth. But yeah, he starts on an energy refill supply as well, so he's extra rowdy. And then these guys, they're just a support plane. Kiyoshiro, this guy is Psycho Mantis in Metal Gear Solid and Android 13. And the other lady is Dorothy in Gundam 0080 and Hana in Galgaga. But yeah, so it's smaller than the Cell Fighter and has S ranks in space, but they're not as good at piloting than those guys. But Daimos is the real boy, and he's Kira Kamiya again, as always. Kung Fu guy, real rowdy. But this guy has accelerator, so he's going to get there. It's also extremely 70s as fuck, it's rad as hell. There's Nana. Oh, wow! Poor Ada. Are you watching, brother? And then this boy's gonna stay here. Only 2 ammo in that, unfortunately. Never had to carry a sword? He is. Because he's a samurai. Shooter. That's where gets his things from. And then, is that all? You better not hold anything back! And he sees that Kazuya's as strong as the data suggested, and Albero isn't surprised. This is the guy who ended the Barm War, after all. Yep, we went in and we saw that bullshit, and it's like, damn, that sucks. Yeah, I barely told these guys to sit still, so... Yeah, use a missile on him, dude. Ding, 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 ding. Wow! Like, I think she's actually going like wham, like she's barking like a dog, which is a bit weird, but sure. motherfucker. 5 shooter. You're mine.
So, このままやられるか。やられっぱなしだと思うなよ。
I could use Batman to save his wife. He's not going to save his wife soon. It's going to take him at least 500 years. I'm not going to use the Daimo. What's this stick called? Shaft. Yeah, Daimo Shaft. Then Daimo Kick. And then there's super mega cool martial arts moves. Damage check, what the? He's gonna heal like all of this damage back anyway on his own turn. Rowdy boy. Yeah, he's got 20% HP and energy regen, so you know. Yeah, he should kill all these because he did over half damage to him. Like, about. What's the worst case scenario for Into Darkness? I have to look at it ever again. Yeah, he wants to do that move even, so nice. Five shooter. Generators, that hit the generator? Whoa! I'm died. You know what, you can finally use his big boy move. He's not gonna. Got a bunch of guys. Yeah, come on, keep them coming. And LD sees this guy still going strong. And then it's like, brother, no, brother, please. And Kyosho tells her to focus because they got to take care of themselves right now because he's obviously not in any trouble at all. It's fine, lady. Here we go, Daimos.
に壊れ
Nice. So, this should be enough time, Alvaro. Move in and capture the Daimos. I won't be beaten. I can't. And then I tip my hat to your spirit, Kazuya Ryuzaki. But don't worry, I have no intention of killing you. What? Our interest lies with your Daimos, specifically its power source. Its power source? Why? What are you getting at? You don't need to know why. Just be quiet and come with us. Ain't happening. I have to get to Earth. For Erica, too. Of course he's not going to obey. We just have to use force. Hold it! Yeah, so, wait! But unfortunately, it's not the fancy boy, it's a different fancy boy. It's the King of Hearts, not the King of the Heavenly Wolf style. That's... Can it be? Didn't expect him to be around here. It's been a while, Kazuya Ryuzaki. Domon Kashu! Yes, I've come to lend you a hand. But why did you? Because of our previous showdown, we never quite decided who was the champion of the colonial tournament. You... Remember our battle, every blow we exchanged with each other. Fucking Domon. We have to survive through this if we're going to settle that matter, Kazuya Ryuzaki. Of course, it's exactly what I want. And then he gets powered. The Daimo Light Energy. What blazes are these readings? It's his fighting spirit at work, see? Impossible. While the God Gundam's equipped with an emotion energy system, the Daimos is a mech that unites man and machine. It is possible. Machinery that directly reacts to a person's emotion. Senseless. Unreliable components like those should be stripped from weapons. Even the Devil Gundam was ultimately destroyed because that hadn't been done. Still, it's back now. Isn't that also due to human intent and emotion? And control units like AI-1 exist precisely to eliminate the chances of such mistakes being made. You've no clue about the human will or the essence of power, do you? I bet that's why you hold the DFC system removed from the Medius. I concede that you're somewhat correct, yes. It's for that reason that I chose you as the pilot. Well, whatever. Having this debate won't get us anywhere. If the God Gundam's around, then Hugo should be here soon. When it happens, we'll carry out our original mission. Understood. Wakarimasu. These guys get into the hole. These guys show up. Nice work, we made it. Domon asks why we're here, and Chibody says, well, we couldn't let you hog all the spotlight. And Kazuya's a friend of theirs as well, anyway. And then Beecher says, anyway, what would be the... what would happen to the martial arts community if they lost both Domon and Kazuya here? And then Saburo says, besides, we've got some pretty big fans here. Like Ginga. And then Harry says, do we really need to make this detour? Because it messed up our re-entry, and Domon did bring Funsaiki so he could meet up with us later. And Ryoko says, what kind of man are you to be talking like that? And Harry just says, I'm just trying to think of the big picture. But Rory agrees with Harry, but figures that Kazuya's group has intel on the Martian successors, so we need to get that right now. Furthermore, she doesn't want to regret not saving people later. So we launch the boys. Don't need to bring Beecher. I guess we can anyway. Ugh. It's the same conversations before. Let's crank that open. Yeah, here you are, Hugo. Captain! Hugo! Let's go, Aqua. Gotta beat him up. And then they have yeah, in the end he's like, yeah, what did I tell you to do? Yeah, here you are, Hugo. Can you actually attack me though? Don't hesitate when fighting an enemy. You taught me that. Yes, that's good. But I want some answers. Why did you come back to the battlefield? You want to know? Hey, Hugo? I do. Back then, I thought you'd quit the army since you felt responsible for losing all your subordinates but me. Didn't you leave the battlefield behind to mourn your son? His son? Despite all that, here you are again. Why? Pretty boring reason, really. What? So what's the most natural emotion for someone who had something precious taken away? I want revenge against that demon. Natural emotion? Revenge? You know that thing's been brought back to life, don't you? That monster that wiped out the Cry Wolves has shown its ugly face again. That demon's the Devil Gundam? Then this is all to destroy it? Wrong. To surpass it. What do you mean by that, Captain? Enough talk. They'll all you serve as fodder for the Medius. Comrade data collection initiated. I'm going all the way this time. It'll help his and AI1's development, then I see no problem. That's the plan, obviously. Don't let AI1 show any rejection responses. Of course. Then, AI1, there's nothing to be afraid of. The more pain you endure, the stronger you'll grow. So don't reject it. Rather, accept the pain. Even if that results in the machine's destruction, I'll make sure you escape safely. Here we go! Hopefully, okay, we don't know how strong either of those guys are. What about this guy down here? This guy should tell us. 23. Yeah, okay. So one single good boy bop for these jokers should do it just fine. Go. Yo. Thanks, Amaro. No! Go out! Go out! Hey, look at that! Sword, cut, shield, block, fucking hell, Amaro. Oh, you're such a powerful boy. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Mondo, just do this so I don't have to look at your stupid fucking face ever again. Beautiful, beautiful. We're getting there, we're getting there. And the railgun. Oh, I mean, I guess you can just fucking kill that guy. That's fine too. Not fine, actually. Nakato will join us, just takes a really long fucking time because Prince of Darkness. Always it. I could have learned his fate. No, he sucks. He's a jerk. Now this boy is gonna fuck him up because he's a rowdy boy now. At 150 will.
So.
Same as on the other route, which is just, hey, I'm gonna tell me everything, dang it. Follow S, what would he be thinking? You don't need to talk about that. After the, yeah, this is after the Jovin War, because we mentioned how it's after that like 500 million times. The Slash Typhoon. Don't fucking kill him, Domon. Thanks, Domon. I have boys who need to get the box. I need Armoro, L, and Mondo to get bops, and then I don't have to look at any of them except Armoro ever again. Guess those guys are pure fucking trash. Someday Dogon will have enough stuff for assisted attack level 2 like Judo and be a powerful boy. But until that day. No, dude. You don't have to fight them, they're too powerful. You're too powerful and they're too bad. Here's the Daimos boy. Soryuken! This is no good. This is bad, actually. Bull. shit out of that guy in space. Thanks, Okazaki. Kazuya. Mr. Ryuzaki, that is his real name. You son of a... It's okay, she just needs to lay another two of them and she's good. So that's L, that's Mondo, and it's Armor. There you go. Level 25 for the big boy. So now that just means Mondo and L. This dude full health because he's rowdy. We don't have anything on really talking nonsense. Yep, just need Mondo, L, and Bright. It's a quote. I don't know why you said it then, because it's not very applicable. Joy's not gonna talk to him, but Jibberty does? Fuck. Gigantic Magnum. And then, I don't really know the whole story here, but if you're gunning for us, then I'll give you what for. Shibbity Crockett of the Shuffle Alliance. I'll gladly take this challenge. See, my vendetta also extends to you. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? I'm done chatting.
ティックマグナム
Gigantic Magnum.
シュート
AI1 が敵。
And we'll mostly just chill out and wait. Oh, but it's not AI1. AI1's are doing shit. The lady just keeps talking to him. No. Oh. I gotta get you with the jerk.
The end
of you. With that invisible gun. Okay, fingers crossed. Yeah, nice. That's touch L ever again. Oh, okay, never mind, the armor is done. Big boy. Those are good to go. I believe that's all of them now except for Bright, right? 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Yeah, looks like it to me. Drill, get other nerd in the cockpit. Damn, you have a good time, don't we? You have a good time. Going in. Pulling his big boat friend. Fire load. Unicorn drill. Damn you! Nice Spirale level 4. Now, did that count as a kill for him? It did, it did, it did! Nice work. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. And now, does that dude retreat or do we get to blow him up? I believe we get to blow him up. Fighting you will be very educational to the Medius, Amuro Ray. He's strong. Is it because of his mech's power? No, because of his iron will. Tell him, Amuro. This boy knows that it's not about mobile suit strength. Shooting out his little Ruger's balloons. Oh! Low thing killed me. Eject from horse. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Dun, dun, dun. Judo says whatever your problem is, your attacks are being a real pain in our butts, and he says in truth I have no issue, but I swore I'd make the Medius perfect. I'll not suffer the grief of that day again. Yes, that's the Daimos it up. Have a look at the big man's big moves. Ikihari. First, let's blow up this Joker. Fighting Knuckle.
ワンラウンドで KO させてもらうぜ。
One round KO. Here we go.
俺のパンチでねんねした。
For the punch barrage. Time for the big boy's big move. And very good, Kasuya Ryuzaki. Your strength and the Daimyo-like data will be fine food for the Medius. Food? You're not a Giganos, are you? Tell me, why did you attack me? You're mine. Freezer Storm. Fire Blizzard. Senkenzuki. Punched a fucking hole in that guy. Whoa. Love that dude. Powerful boy. So many explosions. And then